got some numbing cream on my face because something very exciting is happening today. I'm here in London at Harrow on the Hills Dental Practice to see this amazing lady here, Yusra. Dr. Yusra, what a legend. I don't know if you've seen her work on Instagram. I'm going to pop her handle below, but basically today what she's going to do for me is it's not necessarily like life-changing, but it's definitely going to boost my confidence so much. And because she's given me a non-surgical rhinoplasty. So rhinoplasty is where they straighten and fix your nose. So basically I'm having a non-surgical version. So she is going to straighten my nose with filler. We are going to maybe lift the tips slightly, but I'm not bothered about the length as much, the width. I'm happy with all that. It's just straightening this guy out. Let me show you where we are. How beautiful is this building? This is the street. Yusra also does dental implants and stuff. You should see what she can do. It's just incredible. So in I go. I've had this on the train down. It's sunk in, and then she put some more on, but in a very thick layer. And I actually don't care that I'm outside of the sun because I'm so excited. Right, let's go. So what we're going to do today is a non-surgical rhinoplasty that involves placing dermal filler inside your nose to straighten the nose, make it appear straighter, and lift the nose. Yes. Okay. The alternative to this procedure is surgery. So that means actually going under the knife, breaking the bone, and that involves other complications, but it's a good alternative to a non-surgical procedure. Yeah. A non-surgical procedure is very good for people who want a quick procedure with no or little downtime, and of course it's much cheaper with less risks. Okay. Having said that, there are some risks involved that you need to be aware of. So during the procedure, it's not particularly painful, but you might have some degree of discomfort. Okay. You might have some bruising because you're human beings. If I prick you, you might bleed. If you bleed, you might bruise. Bruising doesn't tend to be bad, but it can occur, and it tends to be worse the next day. It can last up to about 10 days. That was easily covered with makeup. Okay, I've got arnica tablets. Will those help? Yes, arnica tablets, if you take them before the procedure, will reduce the risk of bruising. And arnica tablets taken after will also help the bruising to go faster. Okay. Another thing you can do is get the arnica cream. Do you have the cream? I do, but not with me right now. It's at all. Okay, so that's fine. If you do get a bruise, you can just apply it regularly to the bruise, and it will help the bruise to go down faster. Excellent. And another thing is eating pineapple. So the enzyme in pineapple called bromelain really helps to break down bruises quite quickly. Right. So a pineapple a day for the next 10 days will help the bruising to go a lot faster. Amazing. Okay. I know you signed your consent form. Medically you're fitting well. I'm not going to open that right now, but I'm going to open this in front of the camera. But I'm going to go through the consent form just to make sure that you fully understood everything. So the product that I'm going to use is Juvederm for Lumen, and the cost of the procedure is usually $475. Right. It lasts about 12 to 18 months on average, depending on the person, how athletic you are, if you smoke, if you drink. Sometimes that can make it go a bit faster, but on average most people will get 12 months out of that. Okay. The results are immediate. Okay, so you'll see it straight away. So this product has numbing solution in it called lidocaine, so it makes the procedure a bit more comfortable. Oh. Having said that, I feel for people, so I put numbing cream on beforehand because I just think it's nicer to have a pain-free procedure. Okay, and there are risks, so mainly, like I said, a little bit of pain afterwards. It can be a bit red afterwards, and that can last about a week or so, but that can be covered with makeup after 12 hours. So in the first 12 hours, we ask that you don't wear makeup because that will reduce the risk of you getting an infection. Okay. An infection is a risk, though it's a very low risk. We say about 0.1% risk of that happening. And to reduce the risk, we clean your nose really well, and we ask that you don't wear makeup or touch it for 12 hours afterwards. Okay. Okay. Perfect. There is also a risk of something called necrosis. I know you signed to that, but I'm going to explain what that means. So necrosis over here is written cell death. So in a worst case scenario, if the filler goes into a blood vessel and it blocks the blood supply to the skin, then that area of skin can die off. Okay, so it can go black or fall off in a worst case scenario. Now we usually see signs of that happening if it is to happen, and the solution would be dissolving it immediately. Okay? It's very rare for that to happen, but I still have to tell you because you have to be aware of that, and that's how we make the informed decision.
with any filler, the filler is made out of hyaluronic acid, which is naturally found in your tissues. It's found in your joints, your eyes, your skin, but it comes in a gel format, okay? And if, again, that gel goes into a blood vessel and it travels into your eye, then there is a risk of blindness, and the blindness can be permanent. So we say that there's a 3 in 1 million reported risk of blindness, and that's a global risk. So that's across the world, we say that. So there's 140 cases reported across the world, so in 150 cases reported now. And the majority of them are coming out of Korea, where they're putting a lot of product in the nose. And that's why we say the maximum that we put in any one time is 1 ml, and most people don't need more than 1 ml. If you do need more, we ask you to come back at the second session.
Okay? Yeah, I'd rather
be safe.
Yes, absolutely. Little and go as you need.
Yes, and that means we only put a little bit at each point, so they're called micro droplets to slowly sculpt the nose into the correct position.
Yeah.
If you need a top-up, sometimes after swelling goes down, you might find that you need a little bit of top-up. You can come back and we can top you up in about 2 to 4 weeks, and that's free of charge. Okay. Do you have any questions?
No.
No? Everything's clear?
Yes. Okay.
And it comes with a lot number, so you know that you're getting the real thing, because unfortunately there is an issue nowadays of fraudulent juvederm being circulated in the market. So you must make sure you're going to a GDC or GMT registered doctor or clinician who is carrying the correct stock, or a nurse prescriber who's carrying the correct stock. Because the worst case scenario is getting injected something that's not CE marked or FDA approved, that hasn't been through the rigorous testing, and that increases your risk of complication.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah. And on there we've got the made by date and the expiry date, so we know that everything is within the expiry date.
So I'm a little bit red and swollen, which is to be expected, and Dr. Yusra has explained that there could be redness for up to a week, especially on the tip. What were you explaining on the tip? There could be redness for up to a week, did you say?
Yeah, a week up to 4 weeks, sometimes
up to 4
you can get some redness,
and
that
could be bruising.
Bruising you might get, and it's worse the next day. It's like when you knock yourself and the bruise comes up the next day.
Yes.
So it can be a bit bluish, just from the bridge of the nose, and then that will settle over the course of a week. And the things to make it go faster is arnica and lots of pineapple.
Pineapple is the one. And you told me something that I didn't know, which is to avoid ibuprofen, because it can make the bruising worse.
Because as a side effect, ibuprofen can make the blood thinner, so that can increase the bleeding in the area, reduce the healing, and make the bruising worse and last longer. So we say avoid ibuprofen if the pain is really bad, which it doesn't tend to be. But if it is, you can take some paracetamol for the next day or two.
Okay. For me, all it feels like is just slight pressure at the moment. There is no pain whatsoever. The majority of the time I didn't even feel the needle going in, so pain-free. Yay! I'm so happy, so happy.
It looks beautiful, it looks lovely on you.
The tip, wait until you see the before and after, because you can't really tell now because it's swollen, but wait until you see the before and after and you'll see the angle change and everything. So So pleased.
Awesome.
I'm going to put all your details below this video.
Perfect.
So you can check out Dr. Yusra and be blown away by her Instagram, seriously. So yeah guys, see you soon. So day one after the procedure, I'm in the bathroom. It's now evening time, so I've got the lights on, so it's a bit echoey and also a little bit shadowy, and I look very shiny. So basically I've got a tiny bit of CC cream on. If you're interested, it's the It Cosmetics. I've got a sample in the Tilly box. I'm definitely going to get the full version. But besides that, what I'm trying to say is I've got minimal product on my actual face. So it's not like I've smothered my nose in concealer and then foundation. This is basically a very small amount of product put on. So I'm not heavily bruised, I'm not needing to cover up. You can see a tiny bit on the tip of the nose. There's a little bit of redness there and it looks like I've squeezed a spot or something. So pain wise it's been minimal. Last night I did actually take 2 paracetamol because it was starting to get a little bit more painful across the bridge of the nose. Felt like a lot of pressure and very sore. The tip of the nose tender, still feels a little bit bruised, nothing major, so I'm very happy about that. There is still a bit of swelling you can see at the sides. That is going to take a few weeks to go down, so we won't see the full results just yet, but so far I'm really pleased. Hey guys, so I'm just checking in as it is 2 weeks today since I had the procedure done. I am just so happy, so happy with it. I've healed very quickly, so there's been minimal bruising, and that went away so quick. The redness on the tip took the longest, but I would say that was about a week before that completely went. I feel like there might be minimal swelling still on the tip, but the swelling on the bridge of the nose, that is completely gone down now, so I can see the shape. Now this is how it looks on the left hand side, and this is how it looks on the right hand side. They're just both very even before, whereas beforehand, before I had the procedure, the right hand side you could really see where the broken part of the bone was. And then the left hand side used to actually look okay. It used to look not too bumpy, just very slight. But straight on, it still looks straight from this area here, right between my brow, whereas you could see a little bit of a break close up there. So yeah, I'm just so pleased. And if you are thinking about this procedure, make sure you really look into it, do your research. I didn't want to just jump into anything. When I found out about Dr. Yusra, I actually checked out lots of other doctors at the same time and went and saw their before and afters, and you know how many people they treated, if it's a regular thing for them, or you know some doctors might mostly focus on lips and then do noses every now and again. Dr. Yusra has done so many noses of different sizes, different shapes, and I thought, man, she is definitely the doctor for me. And as you saw in this video, she is very in depth. The aftercare was just incredible. So it meant I healed very quickly. I hope you found some tips in there. Please don't see this as me pushing, you know, cosmetic procedures, because I'm not. I just want you guys to make a decision with the information that you need, really. Even though it's reversible and it's, you know, it's not permanent and it's just basically a cosmetic, it's not surgery, it is still a procedure and it will still change your looks at the end of the day, although some may argue that it might not be for the better. I think for me personally it is for the better, and it's just made me feel just happier, which is all you strive for basically. So thank you for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, if you found it useful, give it a thumbs up and share with anyone who might find it useful also. So thanks guys, make sure you follow Dr. Yusra on Instagram, your mind will be like, whew. So see you guys soon.